Lyndon, how are you? That's great. Thank you for joining me on this call, seeing as we couldn't meet face to face. So what we were going to be doing today was we were going to, you mentioned in your PT programming in our meetup that you had a couple of personal focuses or personal goals that you wanted to achieve over the next 6 to 8 months. So we're going to hit on the dietary habits today. So because we know that in order for us to reach our body composition goals or our fitness goals, we also need to have a balanced diet. And we also need to ensure that what we're eating is fueling our body and not dragging us down. So we're producing enough energy to support that physical activity. So what we're going to do today, I'll kick it off just explaining to you that as a PT, I can only give you advice on the following the dietary habits guidelines, the Australian dietary habits guidelines of the 5 food groups, if you remember the food pyramid. So I can give you some general guidance and give you some examples of how to include more fruit and vegetables and that sort of thing in your diet. What I can't do is I can't prescribe you a specified meal plan. So if you were wanting to say really bulk up for some kind of specific competition or even in your specified timeline, I cannot provide you with a program for that. We would need to refer you. So as my scope as a PT is just to give you some guidance around some better nutritional choices. And we will be able to go over that today with the dietary habits questionnaire that we're going to run through. So what I will do is I'll just go through this form and answer ask you a few questions. It's just seeing where you are at this particular point in time in your nutrition, not where you are wanting to be. So it's what you're eating now. So we've established that your dietary goal was to lose some body fat and in place gain and build some muscle. Is that correct? Yeah. So not coming down too lean, still being, just losing that little bit of extra. Yeah. So we'll pop it down as reducing some of your body fat and build up muscle. Because your BMI is definitely in the healthy range. So it's 23 point something I looked. So yeah. All right, and you have no special dietary requirements. You have not allergic to any nuts, have any intolerances? No? Okay. So this is where I'm going to ask you your serves per day on what you eat. It's broken down into vegetables, fruit, breads and cereals, etc. I'll ask you, and it ranges from 0 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, or more than 6. Okay, so we'll look over that. So your vegetables, how many serves of vegetables would you eat per day? 2 to 3. Fruit, same, 2 to 3. Breads and cereals. So this isn't just limited to a piece of bread or a wrap. This also includes your muesli, your oats, porridge if you have porridge. So it's not just bread or wraps and bread rolls. So all those included is 2 to 3 serves per day. Yeah. And dairy. Again, dairy isn't just specifically limited to your milk. You've got your cheese, your ricotta, your soy milk, your yogurt even. 4 to 5 serves, wonderful. Your meat or alternatives. So this is your lean meats, your red meats, your chicken, your fish, tofu, nuts, seeds. Yeah, round 2 to 3. Okay. And your discretionary choices. So these are your processed sugars, like your cookies and your chips, your chocolate, your alcohol, ice cream. 0 to 3. Excellent. Okay, so what I would like to do before we go into looking at some nutritional strategies that we could do to help balance out these serves per day in line with the dietary guidelines, is I want to just do a couple of quick calculations with you on your BMR, which is your base metabolic rate. And this is the number of calories or kilojoules that your body burns daily without having to do anything. So this is just it functioning every day, okay? And the second one will be your TEE, which is your total energy expenditure. And this is the kilojoules that your body, the energy that your body needs to carry out its normal physical functions. So we're talking eating, breathing, the blood circulating around your body, and your exercise. Okay, so that's your total energy expenditure. So we'll do a quick calculation of those two. So your BMR we'll do first. So looking at my little table here with your age group, so it's 0.048. I'll just get my calculator. 0.048 times by your weight, 87. So that equals 4.176. And I have a little number here to add on, plus 3.653 equals 7.829, and we multiply that by 1,000. Which will give us your kilojoules. So that's 7,829 kilojoules. That's the total number of kilojoules that your body needs that it uses just to be alive. Okay, so next we'll work out your total energy expenditure. So this is that amount, the 7,829 kilojoules, and we're going to multiply that by your physical activity level. So you mentioned you have quite a physical day. You're it's not sedentary or anything, so we're looking at moderate, vigorous. So that's including your work day as well. Yep, so your work plus your exercise. Yep, so 2.0. All right, we'll say 2.0. So 7,829 times 2.0 equals, so it's 15,658 kilojoules per day is what your body needs to carry out those physical activities that I mentioned before. Your breathing, your eating, your blood circulating around your body, and then on top of that, your exercise each day. So 15,658 is the kilojoules per day for that. So what we might look at now is some nutritional strategies to get those kilojoules up. So we'll have a quick look at the dietary guidelines. Have a quick look for that. I did have that here somewhere with me. I'm so sorry. I had it with my last Zoom call with the previous client. Okay, so we've got our healthy eating for adults, which has come out of the Australian Dietary Guidelines. And this is, if you remember the food pyramid from school, you may have seen around at doctor surgeries and stuff. It has your breakdown of your vegetables, your fruits, your dairy, your meat alternatives, and your breads and cereals on the recommended daily intake of these that you should have each day. So going by what you have, sorry, does all this make sense at the moment? I know I must be going at 100 miles an hour, but is all that making sense, and you understand the BMR and the TEE calculations? Yeah, you're quite switched on with all that, aren't you? Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, so the BMR is just what your body burns daily without doing any of your physical activity. So if you were just sitting on the couch doing nothing, that's what it's burning just to function. Yeah. Okay, so we will cross-reference with your questions and what the dietary guidelines have got down for us. So your vegetables, you're saying you have 2 to 3 serves per day. So for your age group, which is between 19 and 50 years for male, they recommend 6 serves a day. So yours is down slightly, okay, but it's an easy increase that we can do with that. Fruit, you have 2 to 3 servings, so you're pretty spot on with that. The recommended is 2 servings per day. Breads and cereals, the recommended serving is 6, and yours is 2 to 3. So that will definitely need a little bit of increasing. Our dairy, you have said 4 to 5 servings per day, and 2.5 is the recommended. So slightly over, but that's something we can have a look at. Meat or alternatives, you've 2 to 3 serves per day, and the recommended is 2.5. So you're spot on with that, which is perfect. So you've only got some minor tweaks that we really need to look at with that. Otherwise, it's really good. So some strategies that we could look at to increase your vegetable intake each day. And we also need to bump up our cereals, okay? So what I would suggest, we need to add in some more vegetables, okay? So an easy way to do that is just add an extra serve of greens to dinner, or whip up a smoothie for breakfast and whack in some kale and spinach with that. That will up your veggies. So already you've got an extra 2 to 3 serves there. Okay, so that will bring you up to your 4 to 5 every day. Okay. Your cereals, again, you could add some rice or some pasta to your dinner. So you were 2 to 3 serves. So we need to bring it up another 3 serves. I would be adding some rice to your lunch and to your dinner. That will bring it up another 2 serves. You could, in your breakfast, you could have your porridge. That will add in some oats. Add some oats to your smoothie. So we're adding some extra serves in there. So adding some serves to your breakfast, and adding some to your dinner. Okay, the third thing I would suggest is some meal prep. So meal prep some on a Sunday if you've got time, some healthy snacks. So you've got some zucchini slice, you're adding in some more veggies there. Some healthy breakfast muffins. That will bring up your breads and cereals with that. So meal prep's really important to setting yourself up for some success with your nutrition, keeping you on point with that. So I think that is all we need to go over. I will suggest your thoughts on referring to a dietitian to help you with a more structured meal plan to help with this reduction in your body fat and increasing in your muscle. Is that something? Yeah, I would suggest, because I personally can't do that for you, and I would prefer you have to achieve your goal efficiently and safely. It's the best bet to consult a dietitian, and they will have a structured meal plan incorporating all of these servings each day, and they will also have some other ideas on recipes and meals that you could use to increase those servings. But what we've got here for our strategies for the moment is definitely getting you on your way to upping those servings and getting in some more veg into your diet. So you're happy with all of that? Wonderful. So what I will do is I will do up a referral to the dietitian for you. I will send you through a copy so that you can make that appointment at a time that best suits you. But we've gone over all your BMR, your TEE calculations. We've had a look at your servings. We've got your goal that we're going to focus on. And we've got a couple of strategies that we're going to work with in the interim to seeing the dietitian. So thank you. I hope I have answered all of your questions. If you have any more questions, not at this stage, no? Okay, if anything pops up, just pop me an email or send me a message. Otherwise, thank you for your time, and I will talk to you soon about your program. We'll get that up and running as well. Great. Thanks, Lyndon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.